Hello, quantitative literacy classes. I hope that you have had a chance to enjoy the snow. I'm sorry that we weren't able to meet on Friday, but I hope the time has been restful for you. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, Monday, in class. As promised, I wanted to do a quick video about our syllabus because we weren't able to meet Friday. So I just want to share some quick information, kind of key points in the syllabus that you may want to focus on, and then please bring any questions you may have to class tomorrow. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can have a look at the syllabus along with me. Okay. So I'll move quickly through it and just focus on the highlights. So of course, instructor information is here at the top. Some of you are in the 10 a.m. class. Some of you who are watching this are probably in the 1 o'clock class. My office hours are in Sutton Science Center, room 218, and it's Wednesdays and Fridays at 11. But I'm pretty much there in the office between both classes. So you're welcome to come by anytime, email me anytime. I can also Zoom and meet with you online on other days if that's better. Okay, now I'm going to move right on down to the section about what's going to happen in the course. So course requirements and grading. The rest of it, I know you can read yourself in this section too, but I just want to cover the highlights. So attendance and class participation is pretty important to the class. So each time we meet, and I have estimated there'll be 41 class meeting times, except for the snow on Friday, which we'll go ahead and count that as present attendance. But each class holds a value of 10 points. So 41 classes, 10 points, that's 410 points. And the grading scale is based on points that you can see in the lower part of your screen. So it's really important to be present in class. If something happens, like you're sick or you have an appointment or a special event or practice that's happening with the college, that's okay. That's an excused absence. But you need to let me know. So just shoot me an email and say, hey, I have a doctor's appointment. My stomach is upset. I have a cold. And those are excused absences. Where I find that it's a challenge is when it happens frequently over a period of time. So that kind of brings your points down. Illness, an important event, those are excused absences and those are okay. All right, we have 4 projects. Each one's worth 50 points. So that's 200 points for 4 projects. Projects are a little bit longer than a typical homework assignment. And I give you lots of leeway time on projects. The first one's already, at leeway meaning front end amount of time to get ready. And the first one's already posted to the Tartan. Then there are 2 main types of homework assignments. One is called reading and media assignments. There are 6 of those. Those are typically tied to the text readings, the textbook readings, and they are 20 points each. They're due about every 10 to 14 days, and they're worth 120 points. So if you have 6 assignments worth 20 points, it's a total of 120 in the grading scale. The Scott Smart finance assignments, those are the ones that are typically tied to the napkin finance online materials or to materials created by the Maryville College Department. Same thing, due about every 10 to 12, 14 days. There are 6 of those. They're also 20 points each for a total of 120 points for the semester. Those are the first reading and media assignment, the first Scott Smart assignment, and the first project are already posted to the Tartan, so you can take a look. So each time we finish a module or a chapter, um, there's a quiz, and each quiz is worth 20 points. Those are typically online, and again, it's worth a total of 120 points. And then we have one final exam, and it's worth 30 points. So if you look at the grading scale at the bottom of the page, you could see that already, if you were to come to class regularly and earn about 400 points, you're already pretty close to being in a C minus range. So as long as you continue to turn in some of your assignments and engage with the materials, it's very likely that you will do very well in the course. All right, I'm going to scroll down a little bit more so you can get a feel for what the schedule of learning modules are and what they look like. So when I met all of you on Wednesday, I shared with you that we have online text materials, a quantitative literacy online textbook, if you will, of materials, of readings. And there are assignments connected to that. Sometimes it's a text reading and a video, like the very first one that I have posted. And I usually give you leeway time to be able to follow along with the activities in class as we examine those readings and then submit the assignments closer to the end of finishing that module. So I anticipate, even with the snow day, that we will finish the first text module, the first set of readings, and you'll be able to successfully finish the questions at the end of that chapter 1, that problem solving chapter, by Wednesday, January 22nd. And then the Scott Smart, which in this case is really tied closely to the Napkin Finance website, has a due date of January 24th. Quizzes are always online, so you can work at them at your own pace. And I usually keep them open for 2 or 3 days. So your very first quiz is open online from January 24th, 27th, and then project 1 is due after that on January 29th. So let's go ahead and look. Let's scroll down a little bit. You can see the course is designed into 6 modules. Each module has a reading piece, which is typically tied to the quantitative literacy text of readings, and a Scott Smart piece, a quiz, and because there's only 4 projects, some of the modules do not have a project associated with it. And remember, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. The largest percentage of your points are from attendance and class participation. An excused absence, which means you've communicated to me that you were missing class for some reason, you're sick or something like that, you can still earn the 10 points. Okay, now let's imagine that you miss class. You need a way to make more points. There will be some opportunities on campus for guest speakers that will be coming related to quantitative literacy topics. And by attending those events, you can earn additional points. And we'll talk about that more later. All right, so now that we know a bit about our assignments, I'm going to invite you again to read through the rest of the syllabus carefully. Bring any questions, but there's good information about course policies and college policies and just some additional language that the college shared with me about what they call the syllabus supplement that I mentioned to you in class Wednesday that I just received after I had already printed our syllabus. So I've updated that on the Tartan to include some of their language that they have around resources available on campus. All right, so that's your syllabus. Bring questions tomorrow if you have any. I'm going to switch over to the Tartan briefly, just so that you can see what that looks like. So on the Tartan, what you want to do is navigate to your course. So I'm going to go ahead and you should see tiles. You probably have more tiles than I do, for your course. So I'm just going to pick our 1 o'clock section, and I'm going to put it in a preview mode. So it should look the way that you see it. So when you enter our course, there's an information folder, and in there you should see 3 things. You should see the syllabus, you should see the text of reading, and you should see just a general link to Napkin Finance. Then under the Content tab is where you will see all of our modules. So right now I just have module 1 listed because it gets confusing if I put them all in at one time. It says the estimated dates for this module are January 13th through January 24th. So tomorrow through January 24th. And when I open the module folder, it shows the assignments or expectations for the first module. So you have a reading assignment, a Scott Smart assignment, and a project. And then when we finish that, there will be the quiz. I'm going to open one of them so you can see it. So when you open a reading assignment, it will allow you to download if you want to type right in there, or you can work on the paper copy that I'm going to give you. I'm going to make it bigger so it's easier to see. You'll see this time we have the media reflection is a video about, it's called How Do You Actually Read Math Books? And then there's a writing assignment associated with it. And then it asks you to do a careful reading of chapter 1 in the quantitative literacy text and answer the even numbered questions at the end of the text. So we'll talk about that in class tomorrow. I hope this gives you good information about how to get started, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Please bring any questions you have about the syllabus with you. Have a great afternoon.